This is the farm. And this is my Grandpa Ed. We meet here at the family farm every opportunity we get. It gives us a chance to eat, relax, and reminisce away from the busyness of our lives. I can remember many weekends spent here as a kid, creating memories with my uncles, aunties, and cousins. Except this time is different. This time, we are remembering Ed.
That's a good one. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was wondering where that was taken. Oh, okay.
And is that Dad?
Yeah, that's Dad.
That's Dad.
Yeah. And Granny and Barrett and Dad and his three sisters. Oh, yeah. Barrett and Gerda and Minnie. Gerda, yeah.
Gerda. Was, I think, just after Mom. I'm pretty sure it was after Mom had passed, and he had come home pretty hammered.
Oh.
And I remember him. That surprised me because I'd never seen Dad drink.
Well,
ever.
He never. Yeah, he
never
did.
But
yeah.
he was stumbling in pretty good. In the porch, I think I remember him stumbling in. Like this?
Yep.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Grandpa had nicknames for all of us. Barry, I believe, was Big Boob. And Cheryl, what was Cheryl? Tootie? Was it Tootie? And Darcy Magoo. Randy Pandy. And then Gary's Cooker or Googer, I think, was one of his nicknames. Yeah, mine was Sweet Pea Marie, or Sweet Marie.
Oh, that's when Dad's truck got.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was just parked there, and they were moving a big air seeder in the spring.
Like with about 2 seconds after he walked away from it.
The air seeder took up all of Maine, pretty much, is what it was. So, and someone decided to try and go by a little bit, so he moved over a bit and hooked it with the shanks.
Yeah.
Hooked it back.
I put a lot of hours. So did Dad. He put a lot of hours in for his age and his condition. He'd always still be. He would still just tougher out. If he had his moments and whatever, he just would rather, take it easy and just enjoy himself around the yard or whatever. He always liked to go for drives and stuff. That was his thing. Go tour the crops or whatever. Go around the countryside.
Yeah. Dad always liked block cheese.
Yeah.
And like old aged cheddar cheese. And if it had a little bit of mold on it, you just trim it off and still eat it.
Milk special.
Was a New Year's baby that year, even though I was born on February 7th. I was the first baby born in Medina Union Hospital. So if Dad could do it, or he felt he had the tools to be able to do it, he would tackle the job. I didn't want to leave his side. I was with him all the time, so because Mom had passed away and I only had one parent, and I didn't want to leave him out of my sight, so I was with Dad. I was his shadow. Anywhere he went, I wanted to go.
He blew through a 4.5 foot snowdrift. He took out the whole grill on his truck.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Blew through
Not
a
riled up about much about anything.
Yeah, but when he did, you knew he was mad.
Yeah.
The way I kept in touch with Grandpa, I gave him a call every week on Thursdays. Yeah, just touch base, and he knew, because he would ask Cheryl, in Pleasant View, like, what day is it? And Cheryl would say, that's Thursday. Oh, Randy's going to be calling me today. Yeah, you call him, and I'd say, hello, you tulipic. And he'd be like, oh, that's you. You're on the road again. I'm like, yeah. And that's the conversation started pretty much like that until towards the very end. But almost always that's what he said. Some of them you forget about, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's right. And somebody will bring up a story, and then it brings you back, and then you start thinking about other stuff. And
whoa, Darcy, I still remember you wearing this shirt.
Yeah,
I do.
that's a nice one.
It was.
You know, the thing is that always in like about August, Mom would get stuff that, through Sears, Simpson Sears, and get it sent to the Jock's Jewelry, the local Sears delivery.
That's true.
They always had new clothes.
They had a very close relationship. I remember many times in the summer you'd come out and Mom would be in the garden. If she wasn't working in the house, then she'd be in the garden or looking to see what Dad had going on and maybe helping with some of the things he had to do. I remember that her helping even with things like fencing for the cattle. Oh, I think he very much enjoyed it. I think it was like getting an opportunity to just be with children again. He raised us kids and maybe didn't have as much time as he wanted to then, just because it was so busy to appreciate us kids. He was busy just trying to keep the farm going. He did spend time with us, don't get me wrong, but I think that he nurtured and appreciated and thought way more of his relationships with his grandchildren just simply because he had more time to spend with them.
So Grandpa really liked to dance. He was a very good dancer. He was just light on his feet. Oh, and I remember when Cal and I got married and I had dedicated a song to Dad, and it was called Daddy's Hands, and I won't ever forget that feeling. Dancing with him, it was just me and him on the dance floor, and I just felt like a little princess, and he just swung me around the dance floor. He just was so light on his feet. He reminds me so much of Grandpa, because he's just a very calm, quiet nature, and he attached to me right away. And I know that a few of our relatives always would call Grandpa Ed or Edward Eddie, and I just thought it was suiting. And of course Grandpa loved all his dogs. He had several dogs over the years. I think I had even said that in my little thing at the funeral when I wrote that letter to Dad. And I can't even remember all the names of the dogs I had written down. I think there must have been 10, 15 dogs over the years that he's had. But he loved his dogs. So it just seemed fitting to get a dog in his memory.